Hey guys, I'm here again to let you know about a very interesting topic today, guys. I'm gonna tell you about how banking professionals can build a career into MNCs. Okay, I'll provide you very minute details. I would request everyone to listen to it very carefully. This is really going to help you guys in future when you plan to move to to an MNC, and also while you're working in banking, you should keep this knowledge in your mind so that you can continue to develop your knowledge, skill sets accordingly, and you can move in that direction. That'll be easier for you. Okay. So first of all, I'll tell you what is an MNC. Okay, it's a multinational company. That means those organizations who has operations into more than one nation, which is like organizations which are working into say India, China, and then say US, UK, Australia, Canada, various other nations. All right, that's called a MNCs. So I'll give you some examples which are like TCS, INFOSYS, CONCENTRIX, and then there are a lot of others are also there, but these are few like TCS, INFOSYS. These are all India based organization but operating into different other countries as well. All right, works. Cool, let's move on. So what an MNC will do? So majorly we will think like, hey, TCS, that means it's IT, Infosys, that means it's IT, right? But let me tell you guys, every MNC will have especially this kind of who are IT major. Okay, the business is major into IT, but they'll have two departments. One is tech, another one is non-tech. Okay, the tech will majorly to work or majorly get invested into development of softwares, testing, supporting networks, and kind of businesses. So that's the tech department. Okay, and that's not where you guys will be able to join. All right, but there is another department which is non-tech, and in non-tech they do different kind of work, and one of that segment constitutes of BFSI, banking and financial services industry. Okay, now in this industry what they do, I'll tell you. I hope till now you guys are clear, and I hope you guys are subscribing. Cool. If you are not, then please do it. All right, let's move on. So in BFSI, like I'll give you some example which I'm aware of. Say for example, there are big organizations and there are small organizations in banking. Okay, like for example ICS, it's pretty large. All their operations they keep it within the organization itself, but there are some small organizations as well who do not, I mean they are big actually, but they have small operation in India, like say for example Standard Chartered Bank. Okay, you will not see much of branches across the city, and it is also not available in all the cities, but they do have fairly fair availability in various cities. So say their loan department. Okay, so whenever you apply for a loan, there are documents that you submit which gets scrutinized by them, right? So banks like large banks like ICICI Bank and all, they have their own employee, they have their own process, and they only look into it. But these small organizations, to manage everything by themselves becomes a little costly. Okay, they are not actually small. Like Standard Chartered is not a small bank; it's a very huge bank. But in India, they have a small operation compared to what ICICI has. So what they do is they identify some consulting organizations, which is say for example TCS, and I'm aware of. So Standard Chartered Bank's entire loan processing is managed by TCS. Okay, so they have outsourced their business to TCS. All the documents that they get from customers, they'll give it to TCS. TCS will scrutinize and they will take decision. Hey, let's go ahead. These are fair. We can accept it, etc., etc. They manage. Then they're uploading into database all the information, etc. That is taken care by TCS. Okay. Same way, see, Infosys manages ICICI Bank's Finacle software. Okay, so there's a base software through which all debit, credits, all records are being kept within the organization, how much money is coming, going, and all that for customers and all. So that maintenance of that software is completely done by Infosys. So for example, in ICICI, if you get by luck, say if you get into IT department, okay, so after you work for say 2-3 years, you can go to Infosys because they are managing these softwares, right? And if you have working knowledge about Infosys, about this tool which is Finacle or various other tools as well, so you can easily go there because they will also need knowledge when you're there. This is one of the also another opportunity. Now, if you have heard about CONCENTRIX, if you don't know, just go ahead and Google it. You will get to know about it. So they manage different kind of departments like customer service, and then loans service. Okay, so like for example, if you have loan and you have any kind of queries, like I have missed my EMI, what should I do? Okay, or hey, I want to close my loan, where should I go? Kind of stuff they service. Okay, they do for various organizations that they help for. For Axis Bank, they help. Okay, CONCENTRIX. So Axis Bank has outsourced. Say for example, collections is outsourced to HGS, Hinduja Global Services, for Axis Bank, for ICICI, for various other organizations as well. And like this keeps changing. Okay, this is not like fixed, hard and fast kind of. And then even ICICI Bank has outsourced a lot of their like collections. If you're aware, like if you take loan and if you don't repay, okay, so what happens? It becomes NPA, which is called non-performing assets, which is like for a bank it's gone, right? So what they do is they'll give it to some organization. They'll say, look, my 100 crores are right now non-performing. So you go and call these customers, do whatever that you want to, go their home check and all that, and if you can say retrieve X amount, I will give you 10% from that to you, and 90 I will take it. So say for example, the 100 crore, if you retrieve the entire 100 crore, say 10 crore is yours, 90 is mine. Like that, they will have tie-up. I'm just giving an example. Then the organizations will work. They'll try to collect through different mechanisms. And then they work in this way. This is the working model. Okay. Now let me tell you guys. See, you need to understand. Okay. When you're working in a bank is specialized into finance related stuff. Okay. But when they outsource their work to a consulting organization or to an MNC, see, they don't do entire banking. But what they do, they are very much specialized in it. Okay. They're very much focused. They are very much trained compared to what bank is. Okay. So say for example, when TCS processing loan, they don't know entire banking, but when it comes to loan, they know a lot. They are very, very, in-depth knowledge they'll have. Okay. Say for example, when CONCENTRIX is providing services. Okay. CONCENTRIX don't know much about banking overall, but about customer service they know more than the bank. Okay. So now what happens is, see, this is very important information, that when you are in bank and if you want to move to these MNCs, you cannot go with average knowledge there. So what you have to do is your knowledge should be superior, and then you can crack these organizations, because these are specialized into specific domains, not in all. While you're into bank, you'll be dealing with everything related to banking, right? But when you go to MNCs, they're specialized into few specific domains and they operate only into that. So say for example, if you are into loans department, so you can crack say TCS probably. Say you're into collections within the bank, so you can go to CONCENTRIX and various other organizations as well. Likewise, I'm just giving a few examples. Don't think like these are the only organizations. There are a lot of other organizations also with them. I've just told about few, like MERS Bank in Dubai, or say there are organizations in various other countries also, which are very small banks or financial institutes, etc., etc. So like if you have heard about Royal Bank of Scotland, for example, they don't do here, majorly retail banking. Okay, that means for customers like us they are not available, but for corporates they give industry corporate loans kind of stuff, import export they finance, and that's why they do business. So these kind of organizations are also available where you guys can try, and that's how you can go ahead and build career into MNCs, guys. So please build very in-depth knowledge about any department that you're into, and with that you can go to MNC. I hope you guys have got a bit of information about how the MNCs are operating. Alright guys, best of luck.